Hi and welcome to part 2 of the video on learning proverbs. Like the first part of the video, there are 25 proverbs explained followed by an example of the situation where they can be used. So let's begin. 1. Don't cross a bridge until you come to it. That is, don't try to deal with anticipated problems. Let them become realities. An example situation could be, the team captain was asked if he believes there are any match fixers in his team and would he like to drop them? He replied, I don't think so about any of my boys. We have to wait for that bridge to come to cross it. Next, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. That is, if something is working well, don't try to improve upon it. An example situation could be, he has already made a name for himself in the society. His new campaign was absolutely unrequired, as the results tell us. I had told him, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. Next, a new broom sweeps clean. That is, a new person at a new position implements an aggressive and enthusiastic reform. An example situation can be, the new marketing manager got a new advertising strategy implemented for a complete makeover in the brand image of the company. The results are awesome. The new broom has worked for them. Next, let bygones be bygones. That is, forget your past complaints and start over afresh. An example could be, there's no way you can save your relationship with your brother unless you let bygones be bygones. Next, if the cap fits, wear it. That is, accept the words of criticism if you think they are correct. An example situation could be, there was a major goof up in the deal. The boss said, the cap fits me and I'm ready to wear it. Let's get on to fix the problem now. Next, don't count your chickens before they are hatched. That is, one should not assume himself to be successful unless the actual result is out. An example situation for this could be, the deal is not final yet. We don't want any publicity for it right now. So, keep the information confidential and let's not count the chickens before they are hatched. Next, every cloud has a silver lining. That is, look for positivity in every tough situation. An example situation for this could be, the silver lining to the cloud is that untimely high tide will help all the debris of shipwreck to be thrown out to the seashore in next few hours. Next, cut your coat according to your cloth. That is, adjust your expenditures according to your income. An example situation could be, she wanted to buy the biggest house in the area, but the mother advised her to cut her coat according to the cloth. Next, comparisons are odious. That is, comparing one person with another makes them feel offensive. An example situation could be, Mark pulled up this project way better than Philip could, was the boss statement in the meeting. Philip felt belittled. Obviously, comparisons are odious. Next, you have got to be cruel to be kind. That is, for the benefits in long term, you may need to do something unpleasant at present. An example situation could be, to instill the virtues of a good behavior and discipline in your children, you may need to be cruel to be kind. Next, desperate diseases demand desperate remedies. That is, big problems need bold and extreme steps to solve them. An example situation could be, terrorist attacks in the country were on the rise. Realizing that desperate diseases require desperate remedies, the Home Ministry ordered a death sentence to the two most deadly terrorists. Next, speak the truth and shame the devil. That is, avoid speaking lies to save any future problems. An example could be, you seem to be not so serious about your relationship with her. I'm sorry if it offends you, but being her friend, I have to speak the truth and shame the devil. Next, love me, love my dog. That is, if you love me, you must accept me as I am. An example situation could be, knowing that her love for boxing will consume most of her time, he married her. She had already told him, for a successful relationship, if you love me, you've got to love my dog. Next, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That is, redistribute your resources. Don't keep all your hopes on one. An example could be, the boss restructured the team and redistributed the accounts. He did not want to put all his eggs in one basket. Next, the eye is bigger than the belly. That is, the visual appeal of the food tempts us to eat more even when we have no appetite. An example could be, delicacies from all over the world were served in the party. I had had as much as I could, but couldn't resist eating the ice cream as the eye is bigger than the belly. Next, forbidden fruit is the sweetest. That is, if something is forbidden, our attraction to do that increases all the more. An example could be, if you prevent your child from eating chocolates, he will be all the more tempted to eat them. Forbidden fruits are often the sweetest ones. So limit them, but don't ban them. Next, man proposes, but God disposes. That is, we may make plans, but can't control the outcome. An example situation could be, they had got their tickets reserved for the pilgrimage, but had to cancel it due to heavy snowfall. God disposed their proposal. Next, all that glitters is not gold. That is, everything that looks good is not necessarily good. Don't judge things by looks. An example situation could be, my colleague was very good and polite to me on the face, but he kept complaining about my every small mistake to the boss. All that glitters is not gold. Next, the grass is always greener on the other side. It applies to people who are always dissatisfied. An example situation to use this could be, she always thought her friends were extremely happy in foreign countries, but in reality, they were just making the ends meet. Her husband told her that grass is always greener on the other side. Next, beware of Greeks bearing gifts. That is, be careful of rivals' kindness. An example situation to use this could be, they are biggest political rivals in the area, but James speaking good of David's plan to combat terrorism made David suspicious of John's Greek gifts. Next, handsome is as handsome does. That is, deeds define a man's character. An example situation could be, my father was a man of principles and he always lived up to them. Since childhood, he taught us, your actions speak for you because handsome is as handsome does. Next, give a man enough rope and he'll hang himself. That is, if you give excess freedom to someone, they will eventually make themselves fall into trouble. An example situation could be, he gave his children a lot of freedom. However, the younger one got into a bad company and became a drug addict. He hung himself with the enough rope his father had given him. Next, make hay while the sun shines. That is, if you get an opportunity, you must try to take immediate benefit out of it. An example situation could be, the world-renowned physics scientists were visiting the college. Trying to make the hay while sun was shining, I decided to show him my research papers and ask him for an opportunity to work under him. Next, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. That is, without actions, good intentions are useless. An example could be, the idea to build a network joining all water bodies in the country was a great one, but the road to hell was paved with them never being put into action. Next, a swarm of bees in May is worth a load of hay. That is, right activity in the season produces good yield. An example could be, the paddy crop was a major failure this year. It did not rain sufficiently at right time. A swarm of bees in May is worth a load of hay.